Yo, this your boy P. Camp. So Monique decided to apologize to everybody but DL Hughley. And I'm going to just tell you, Monique, you can keep that apology. I don't know if he's going to speak on it. He shouldn't speak on it. He shouldn't give you no more breath than he already gave you, because you as trash as you have been all these years. He didn't address enough. So I'm going to address it for him. You can keep your little corny apology. You know what I'm saying? Me or my family don't need it. That's what I would tell you. That's what I would tell you if I was DL Hughley. You want to get on there and talk about the babies and this, that, and other. You know, and now you want to get public on stage. Let me say, baby, because it wasn't what I meant to do. I didn't mean to hurt you intentionally. How? How did you not? You intentionally brought up something hurtful that she had been through. You intentionally called his wife all type of names and this, that, and you know you meant to hurt her. You meant to hurt his daughter. You meant to hurt his wife. You meant to hurt their whole family. You meant to hurt DL Hughley. You meant to hurt their whole family. That's why you went on this ranting and raving tirade that you always go on, because you mean to hurt people when you do this type of thing. Don't take it back now. Listen, when people tell you, when people show you who they are, believe them. Believe them. Oh, y'all want to keep posting all these red flags online and all of that? I'm surprised I ain't seen no red flags next to Monique name. Where the red flags at? Because it should have been a thou wow on her name since she, listen. This chick is a red flag. She is the definition of one. And all I'm saying is that anybody with any good sense could have told her that she was doing wrong. They could have told her not. As soon as she said the stuff that she said about his family and his wife and his daughter and all of that, right off the rip, they could have told her, Monique, you wrong, you tripping. But because she's so loud-mouthed and so corny and so stupid that she didn't listen to it then. I'm sure somebody told her. I know it wasn't her little corny little wife that she got next to her. You know what I'm saying? But I know somebody probably mentioned hey, we're not getting the response that we wanted to get from this whole debacle. I know you thought everybody's going to be on your team, but they wasn't. Some people are pushing back, and maybe you should, instead of saying, okay, I was tripping, then she went on a whole, she kept doing lives. Hour live here, 2 hour live there, trying to keep convincing people that she was on the right path. And it just wasn't working. This is where the disrespect for his daughter came out. You know what I'm saying? It just wasn't working. And it won't continue to work. And especially it won't work in the form or fashion that you're doing it here. You got on stage. You want to say you want to publicly address the situation. We would rather you had not addressed it. Because if you ain't planning to apologize to DL Hughley, then what are we talking about? You have a problem with your people who wrote the contract and the janky promoters that, you know what I'm saying, made such and such whatever happened in the contract. It's a whole nother step of people that are involved that should be held accountable, but yet you are still trying to go at DL Hughley because his contract side of the things were ironclad. So you still mad at him because his contract said he was headlining and he did. So after he did, you want to keep this whole charade going. Listen, you can keep hyping the people up as much as you want to hype people up. You thought you hyped them up in the first place, but the black women turned on you. I'm glad they did, as well they should. They should have been turned on. You know what I'm saying? Like they say, you won the Netflix settlement. I don't know how much it was for, but like I said, you should have got more money than they offered you. They shouldn't have offered you no $500,000. But I thought you was having some rather lofty dreams talking about what Dave Chappelle and Amy Schumer got offered, because you were not in the same conversation as those comedians. And I'm just saying, I'm not saying you are not as funny as them. Monique, personally, you are one of the funniest female comedians I've ever come across. You have, even though your jokes have to this day become a little bit stale and redundant, when I first heard them, you have made me laugh harder than any other female comedian that I could remember. You know what I'm saying? Like you've made me, you know how, you know what I'm saying? Like Martin was on Jimmy Kimmel and he talked about the difference between black crowds and white crowds. You know, white crowds are a little more conserved. They laugh, they clap. You know, black crowd, boy, you stupid. We get up and run. What is it? You know what I'm saying? We do all that. We do all that. And I'm just saying, Monique was one of them type of female comedians that made me react like this. She made me laugh hard when I listened to her laugh. But the more and more I hear her, she just sounds more angry and more angry and more angry and more slighted and more slighted. And it just, instead of comedy, it tends to be, when I watch her show, I just keep getting an angry black woman complaining about stuff. That's not what I came to watch as far as comedy. I'm just saying, I believe she is one of the funnier comedians that there, as far as females, that there has ever been. But the way she's going about proving it to people, it's terrible. It's out of pocket. It's wrong. I don't think that she's calculating everything that needs to be calculated. But she reached some type of setup with Netflix, and that's good for her. That's good for her, because you know, I thought they lowballed her on that 500,000. You know what I'm saying? Even though I'm like, you shouldn't be shooting for Dave Chappelle numbers, but 500,000, that's disrespectful. That's disrespectful. They should be offering you at least, you know what I'm saying? You know, a meal or a couple meal or something like that. At least about 2 meal. I think 2 meals is decent. You know what I'm saying? Something like that. But problems ensued. That's what they did not. They did not offer that, and so they went to court for it, and that's fine. But I'm just saying, the way Monique handles herself and how she's handled herself in this instance has been totally wrong, totally idiotic, totally stupid. Her husband can't tell her nothing, just like I said before. Can't nobody tell her nothing. Can't nobody tell her to be quiet. Can't nobody tell her to apologize. She apologized, but it's a fake apology because she apologized to the family, but not him. Listen, he the head of the family. So if you issue an apology, I'm just gonna say, if I'm a son of D.L. Hughley and you decide to apologize to the family but not my daddy, you know, what are we talking about? Nothing, because we ain't talking. Like, excuse yourself, because if you ain't apologizing to my daddy, you ain't apologizing to none of us, really. Like, because the disrespect has reigned from him all down through our family. You know what I'm saying? So, that's the thing I think is corny. And that's why I say, can't nobody tell her nothing, man. Can't nobody tell her nothing. Won't nobody be able to tell her nothing. At no time will anybody be able to tell her nothing, because she's such a strong black woman that she appears and looks and is goofy, as many strong black women are. Y'all are too strong. Sometimes y'all get caught up in y'all strongness and y'all go too hard, and can't nobody tell you that you saying the wrong thing or you doing the wrong thing. And I think it's goofy. I think it's goofy. You think you can't be checked. You think you can't nobody quiet you. Can't nobody listen. Sometimes people need to, and apparently somebody got in her ear, but she's so prideful that she thought everybody was going to be on her side, but everybody wasn't. And a lot of black women went against her. But she's so prideful that she will not just apologize. She has to apologize with conditions. Y'all met these people. Y'all met them. Oh, my bad. I'm sorry. But if you ain't do what you said, what you did, I wouldn't have went off like that. So the sorry don't really count then. You ain't really sorry. If you were sorry, you just say, I'm sorry. If you're not sorry, you say, I'm sorry, but you shouldn't have made me trip on you like that. You know what I'm saying? It's just two different types of apologies. But yo, this your boy P Camp. Put some in the comments. Tell me what you think, man. Get at your boy.